Hello, and welcome to Attempts at Adventure, which is what I'm calling my channel. My name is Nathan. I'm someone who enjoys spending time outdoors and especially hiking. Most of the time, that's in Oklahoma and Arkansas, but of course, I also enjoy traveling. Another hobby of mine is photography, which complements the hiking and traveling because I can document my experiences through pictures and video to remember and tell stories about years later. I decided to start creating content to share some of those experiences. I get a lot of enjoyment out of watching hiking and traveling videos myself and thought I'd give it a try. Also, selfishly, it's a creative outlet for me. I'm calling this Attempts at Adventure because, well, that's how I describe my trips. They are my attempts to escape the ordinary and have a memorable experience. You won't see me jumping out of an airplane or climbing Mount Everest, but you will see mountains, you'll see wildlife, remote trails, state parks, and iconic locations. All of that being said, here's my first official video from the Badlands, South Dakota. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. So, day one of my much anticipated trip to South Dakota. I've had this planned for about 8 months, I think, 8 or 9 months. Never been to South Dakota. Plan on hitting a couple of national parks, a couple of national monuments, maybe a couple of state high points. And then finishing up down in Colorado at the Manitou Incline on Friday. So currently driving through Nebraska, where it's kind of hazy. I think that's from the Canadian wildfires, the smoke drifting down into the states. So hopefully that doesn't linger too long. It's supposed to be a pretty good chance of an aurora tonight, which would be amazing being this far north. As long as the smoke doesn't affect it too much, but I guess we'll wait and see. But anyway, yeah, very busy week planned, but looking forward to it. More to come. So the Badlands was never really high on my list of places to visit, but honestly, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. The scenic drive, the panoramic vistas, the otherworldly landscape, the unique trails, and the wildlife is all incredible. It's also the least busy national park I've been to. There wasn't an endless line of vehicles at the park entrance, no full parking lots, and no need for time slot reservations like you'll find at some of our most popular national parks. Really glad I didn't skip this one. An ominous warning at every trailhead. This is the beginning of the Notch Trail, which is a 1.5 mile out and back that meanders through a small canyon before climbing a log ladder to access the upper part of the trail. I've heard some people find this section challenging, but as long as you're careful, it's not really a big deal. Past the latter, there's a little bit of up and down, but nothing crazy. At the end of the trail is the Notch, which overlooks the White River Valley, Badlands campground, and the park entrance. This is probably the most popular trail in Badlands National Park, and for good reason. I highly recommend it. Look at that. Sorry, it's a bit windy. Pretty incredible. This is the end of the Notch Trail in Badlands National Park. Quite the view. So, still pretty windy, but I'm going to try this anyway. Look at how crazy this is. It's what I imagine walking on the moon would be. Not that I have any clue, but Badlands is 360 degrees. The Badlands are roughly 75 million years old, and unlike any landscape you'll see anywhere else. Sunrise and sunset are, in my opinion, the best times to view the park and especially to get the best pictures. Big Badlands Overlook and Homestead Overlook were two of my favorite spots in the park. I also drove Sage Creek Rim Road, which is a gravel road on the west end of the park that I recommend as well. It sees even less visitors, which usually means more wildlife. Overall, I spent less than 24 hours in Badlands National Park, and while I was able to drive through the entire park, I feel like there was so much more to see. There are many more trails I'd like to hike and so much room for more exploring. Unfortunately, the aurora conditions turned out not to be as good as expected, so I didn't see any northern lights. I hope you enjoyed my first video. I appreciate any likes and shares. Also, go ahead and click that subscribe button. There will be more content in the future, including more from my trip to the Dakotas, Black Hills, Wyoming, and Colorado. Join me on the next attempted adventure. Thanks for watching.